Hello and welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about how to make money online in 2025 without a following. I actually struggled to get out of my car just now. But before we do that, and if you don't know, my name is Alston Godbolt. I have been relatively successful on the internet in a variety of ways. So thanks. Welcome to the channel. What we do is we walk and talk, we sit and talk down by the lake. I'll show you what the lake looks like in just a moment. Feels like it's going to heat up. These are conversations that I'm having with myself. These are conversations that I'm having with you to help you move forward just a little bit. It's all based on my experience. These are, me talking to a friend, me talking to my younger self. And so some of this will feel like a stream of consciousness. This isn't organized and structured in a linear format, but this is advice that I would give myself 5-6 years ago, maybe later if I was struggling. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into it, there is a question or a comment that keeps popping up that I keep seeing on a video that I uploaded a while ago. And it's this. The worst thing about being a small YouTuber is waking up and seeing that nothing has changed. Keep up the hard work and keep supporting. So I made a video maybe 2 months ago at this point where I was talking about how the AI automation, faceless YouTube, whatever it's called, they keep changing the names every so often, is a lie. A lot of people will sell you the dream that it's easy and you'll make a bunch of money, but it doesn't usually work out that way for a number of reasons. But what I want to talk about with regard to that comment is if you're doing the same thing, the exact same thing, long enough and you're not getting any results, you got to change something, right? If you have uploaded, let's say 20 videos, and for those 20 videos, you are getting the exact same result, you got to switch it up. Maybe switch your thumbnail. Maybe switch the format of your video. Switch the hooks up. I would certainly recommend that you do not do the exact same thing for 100 videos. Now, this is someone, I'm giving you this idea, this theory as someone that did the same thing for hundreds of videos and didn't get a ton of results. So, and I say this, the other thing too that is really important, and I'm gonna stick, wow, look at all of these ants. I'm gonna show you guys this. Hopefully you guys aren't squeamish or, eating breakfast or something, but look at all these ants. I wonder, can you see it? Oh, I gotta back up a little bit here. Where is it? Oh, these are all ants. I don't know if you guys can see that, but all of that are ants. So this is what we're talking about when I say conversations with myself. I see something interesting, boom, we're gonna jump to it. The other thing too, when it comes to information and knowledge and advice, is a lot of people. Oh, let's see if I can. All right, so I always feel like I'm really close. All right, great. A lot of people will give you information and advice based on things that have happened 5 years ago. They found something that worked once and then they immediately jump into coaching people, even when things change and, the internet evolves and they're still teaching old practices, and then they will blame their clients. But one thing that's a little bit different about me is I'm actively in it. I have a YouTube channel my painting YouTube channel that is faceless. It's AI. It's about 90% AI. I do a little bit of the work. And, that one, hopefully in the next couple days, it's actually monetized with a YouTube partner program. And I talk about the struggles that I go through, things that are happening in real time so that I can share it with you. Anyway, what I wanted to say with that original comment is if you find yourself doing the exact same thing for 50 videos and you're getting the exact same result, what I would do is I would tell you to look at the numbers. The numbers will not lie to you. The analytics won't lie to you. We can lie to ourselves, and in fact, we lie to ourselves We say that we're doing everything we can. We're saying that we are putting out the best information and the content possible. But if you go look at the analytics are going to say something different. If you're not getting any views, what's your click-through rate for your thumbnail? If you are getting views, however, people aren't staying long, well, how many people are dropping off after the first 30 seconds? What are you saying in the first 30 seconds or first minute that are causing people to not hang around? What's the average view duration for your videos? Now, obviously that's going to change per video, but if you can get an idea of the average view duration, you can figure out what you're saying it's resulting in people leaving, and see if you can do things to get them to stay a little bit longer. I would also ask you simply, I've said this before, would you buy from you? Would you watch your content? I think that's a big question that people are not honest with themselves. Would you watch your content? If the answer is no, chances are if you won't watch your content, the billions of people that are on YouTube wouldn't watch it either. So look at those things, right? And obviously I'm not looking at the individual channel. This is just information that I would tell myself. Hey Alston, you've uploaded 50 videos and you have the same number of views on those videos. You're still getting 3 views, 5 views, 10 views. Is your thumbnail good enough? No? What can we do to improve your thumbnails? And in fact, you guys have seen my thumbnails have gone through a number of transitions and changes. If people are clicking, if you've got a click-through rate of like 5%, that's good enough. Okay, but are they dropping off after the first 30 seconds? What can you do to improve your the number of people that watch after the first 30 seconds? So those are the questions. Those were the feedback. That's the feedback that I would give you when it comes to creating content. Now let me just show you guys where I'm at real quick. So I am Lake Michigan. This is the Kenosha Harbor, if you guys don't know. Let me see if it'll let me pan left or right. All right, so back there on, can you see my finger? Over there is Michigan, right? Over here is like Milwaukee, further obviously, but this is all the Kenosha Harbor. And if we panned all the way this way, would be, if you kept going, it would be Illinois and Chicago. But it's a really nice day today. It feels like it's gonna be really humid. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like a haze because of the wildfires. Anyway, let's talk about what we came to talk about. How to make money online without a following in 2025. One of the biggest criticisms, feedback, complaints, frustrations that I get is I can't make any money because I don't have a following. In 2025, you don't need a following, right? And maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it was really, really important to have a following. And people would go to great lengths to build a following and have a subscriber count and make sure that you had 10,000 followers for credibility. Because of TikTok and because of YouTube Shorts, it's not like that anymore. What you really have to do, what you have to focus on is what the consumer wants. And the consumer is the viewer. And it's always been that way. However, it's more important now than ever because people can flick up and get a brand new video, can be entertained or educated in a way quickly. You have to spend a lot of time focusing on what the end user wants. If you can identify what the end user wants and create content for that end user, your following doesn't count. So this is what I'm going to encourage you to do. Obviously, first and foremost, pick a niche, pick an area that you want to be known for. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have millions of years of experience. You just have to have knowledge, skills, and experience in that thing, right? And it could be literally anything. A lot of people get hung up on trying to teach other people how to make money online or trying to find the perfect niche. And there's no such thing. If people are buying or selling, if people are making money in that thing, you can do it too. And there's no reason why you can't do it. I've had people comment they're in architecture, or they're in AutoCAD, or they're in, pickleball, paddleball. Are people buying things? Is there software that people are using consistently? And it doesn't matter if the software is free or if the software is paid. I'll give you a great example. Canva is a free software. However, there are people out there that are making very good money with memberships and courses and templates in Canva. So if people can convert a free software like Canva and make money, there's no reason why you can't do it either, right? So simply identify what you want to be known for. You can look back at who you were over the last 3 to 5 years, at the problems that you've solved for yourself or problems that you've solved for other people. If you've solved a problem for yourself, chances are there are tens of thousands, millions of people that are going through that exact same thing right now that you can help them with, right? So simply identify what you want to be known for. Step number 2, and this is really, really important, start planning for monetization. A lot of people wait for monetization a little bit later, how you're going to make money. They wait on it, and then they kind of pigeonhole themselves into something that maybe they're not thrilled about. So, when it comes to monetization, we want to think about affiliate marketing. So that's recommending other people's products and services. We want to think about digital products, like a low ticket or an inexpensive digital product, something that will help people achieve a result quickly. These are going to be like a do it themselves, a DIY type of situation. And I talked about this. I gave a pretty good example about this in one of my other videos. I'll give you that example again. When we first moved into our house, we wanted a fence installed. And so, we had the choice of going out, buying the fence panels, and actually the example that I gave was growing up. My dad, we had a white fence. It wasn't a very privacy oriented fence, and so we replaced the fence ourselves. We took out the posts. We went to Menards and we bought the fence panels. We dug the holes, like manually dug the holes. We didn't get a post hole digger. And we spent a bunch of time doing it ourselves, but it was cheap. It was, not easy. But then when we moved into our house, we again, my wife and I, we wanted a fence for our dog. So we had the option of doing it ourselves. We didn't want to. We had some more money. And so we actually hired a guy to do it for us. But, we went out and bought the fence panels, and it was kind of like half and half. It was kind of do it yourself versus hiring somebody to do it. Now, recently, we have a little bit more money in the bank. And so we actually hired somebody to completely replace the fence panels. When we had first moved into our house, because we didn't have a bunch of money, we went and we rented a truck from Menards. We lifted the fence panels and put them on into the truck ourselves, and we drove the truck back. Now, we just hired a guy and we didn't even worry about it, right? We paid him half to start the job and then half when he was done, and that's it. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create a digital product where people try and get the result themselves. Now, you're going to obviously make sure that the digital product is designed so that they can get the result, but it's going to be low ticket, it's going to be inexpensive, it's something that they're going to invest time in. And then once you've created that digital product, you can think of different affiliate opportunities that you can add to the digital product to help you make even more money. But ultimately, what you want to do, you make money if you can solve problems, if you can help them save money, help them make money, help them avoid frustration, or help them save time. Everything that people buy fits one of those 4 categories, unless it's a hobby, but even a hobby helps people avoid frustration or at least delay it. So think about all the things that you've purchased recently. They've helped you save time, save money, make money, or avoid frustration, right? When you buy a car, we bought a car back in February. We bought a car because it helped us avoid frustration and save time. Could we ride our bike everywhere? Yeah, but that's going to add more frustration and add more time. But when you buy things, it fits in one of those 4 categories. When your customers buy things, it fits in one of those 4 categories. Anyway, What you're going to do next is you are simply going to create content, whether it's free or paid, to attract people to you. That's how you build a following. You create content. And the type of content I would recommend is you create content based on people's pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things that they're thinking but afraid to say out loud. That's what you've got to do. And again, this works whether it's free or paid. If you ever look at a Facebook ad, the content, the ads are based on pain points or goals, dreams, desires. Same thing with content on social media. This video is based on your goal. Your goal, your dream, or desire is to make money online. You create content to attract people to you. The key is consistency, showing up every single day and creating that content. Everybody that's successful had to figure out how to be consistent. Consistency is not, I don't know, consistency is not an innate ability. It's an ability that has to be learned. It's a skill that has to be learned. What makes consistency really hard is there's nobody standing over you forcing you to be consistent, right? The other issue too, when it comes to trying to make money online, is we've been conditioned to expect to put in work and get an output. That's a really, really, really important thing you've got to understand. We have this expectation that if we go to a job and we sit at a job for 8 hours, at the end of the week or maybe 2 weeks, you're going to get paid for those 8 hours. But when you are making money online, when you're creating content, when you're trying to make money online, that doesn't happen. You'll put in a bunch of work up front, and then you might get paid in a month or 2 months or 6 months. Or if your content's bad and you don't improve it, you never get paid from. I think that's the biggest challenge people run into, is realizing that, hey, I'm putting in work, why am I not getting a check for the work that I'm putting in? If you can get over that, if you can put that in the back of your mind, hey, I'm doing all this work, I'm making all these videos, and I'm not getting any money from it. If you can do that, you can be successful. Put that away, put that aside for a second. That's why people fail. That's why, if you're failing, if you're not making money online, that's why. I think that's it. You put in a bunch of work up front. You've made a bunch of videos. You've made a bunch of content. Or maybe you made 3 videos and you didn't. Someone told you that if you make a video, you'll instantly get paid for it. You'll make money. That's why people struggle and fail. Because you got to show up every single day and not make money for a while. And it's a foreign concept to most people. It's a hard thing to digest. If you are feeling stressed out about money, maybe you've got family responsibilities and they see you dedicating this time and you're not getting anything directly out of it, you're not getting anything tangible, you're not seeing your bank account reflected, then it's hard to keep going. You know, when you become a content creator, you're learning a bunch of intangible skills in the beginning. Like you're learning how to edit a video. You're learning how to look into the camera and make content. You're learning how to speak succinctly and quickly and get to your point, but those aren't tangible until the money comes, right? First the skills, then the money. That's another important thing to learn too. First the skill, then the money. It doesn't happen the other way around. And the better your skills, the more money you'll make. The more skills that you can attain and retain, the more money you'll make. But anyway, if you want to learn how to make money online, no following. Identify a problem that people are currently going through. There are thousands of them. Look around, like this lady's walking her dog. I think that's a guy. That guy's walking his dog. If you have a pet, you love pets, create content about your pet. Talk about the pain points, the goals, the dreams. One of the dreams that we have for our dog is that he would walk nice. He doesn't walk nice. He pulls and he's stopping every 5 seconds and he wants to go his direction. Teach people how to walk their dog. Talk about their goals, dreams, desires. Show your dog the before and after. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be Caesar Milan, right? You just have to have a skill that other people want or need or desire, and then be consistent. Share stories, share your journey. Be consistent. Being consistent is much easier said than done, but the people that are consistent are the ones that are successful. Showing up every single day. If you can do that, if you can show up for yourself every single day, treat it like a job in the very beginning. I know that people will tell you it's passive income and laptop lifestyle, but treat it like a job. Set an alarm for, if you only have 3 hours a day from 7 to 10, set an alarm, say, I gotta go to work. Get up, go to a different part of the office or room or wherever it is. Set a make a corner, a space in your apartment or home where you go to work. Get up, go to work, punch in, get the work done. Like there's a manager. Maybe give yourself a performance review at the end of every week or end of every day. To find you, the thing is you've got to figure out a way to hold yourself accountable, because I'm not going to hold you accountable. Unless you paid me to, then I would hold you accountable. But most people aren't going to hold you accountable. You've got to figure out a way to hold yourself accountable in the very beginning. And then once you start seeing success, the success then becomes your accountability buddy or your accountability partner, because you want more of that success, or you want to get to the next level of success. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Making money online is really simple. It's not easy. What I also tell people to do is whatever skills you know how to do offline, do them online, because there are many more people that need that assistance online than offline. I am fascinated by the number of ants that are here. Fascinated. Anyway, so let me give you an example. Every Tuesday, today's Tuesday, every Tuesday, I go to the chiropractor because my back hurt my back playing basketball, and I go. What he should do, his area of opportunity, is the city of Kenosha, so like 100,000 people. But it's not even the entire city of Kenosha. It's 100,000 people, but the people in that area that want or need assistance with their back and can afford to pay it. But what he should do, is take his skills and create content online. That gives him a larger area of opportunity, a larger target audience, and he can monetize with a book maybe he writes, or he monetizes with affiliate marketing, where he is recommending certain type of massage guns or certain types of lotions or whatever it is. So whatever you do online, I know people don't want to take their work home, but I think that's the easiest way to get started. Whatever you already know how to do it. You don't have to go find skills. You don't have to go learn new skills. If you spend time talking about Microsoft Excel, if you work in Microsoft Excel, if you're a data analyst, continue to be a data analyst online. Teach people. And the other thing too, and we'll wrap up here because this video is getting kind of long. Don't try and be an influencer. Be a teacher. Because influencers come and go. Influencers are like a pendulum. They're exciting and people love them, but then after a while people hate them. However, if you teach a skill, if you share your knowledge, it's evergreen. There's always going to be someone looking for your knowledge and information and skills. So don't be an influencer, be a teacher. And with that, I think that's it. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.